Good morning. I am Manjit Prabhakar on my YouTube channel Innovative Solution with a new video for industrialists and business personnels who are desperately waiting to open up their factories. This video I am covering how to run your factory in corona crisis, covering all risks after lockdown is over. Since the businesses are on halt for a quite long time and economy is going down, most of the business personnels are really itching to open up their factories, and the reason behind this is the problem they are in. Due to this lock-in, as their earning is completely halted, but liabilities like wages to workforce, loan installments, statutory payments, electricity charges, etc. are mounting. Although government has given some relief through moratorium on loan installments, etc., but these are negligible in comparison to the payment crisis they are facing and losses in the business. Corona has completely changed the scenario, and if industrialists do not subscribe to this new normal and continue to do the business as they were doing earlier to the corona, the consequences will be very, very bad for the business as well as for the families of both employers and employees. In this video, we will cover up what changes we have to do before we restart our factories. We have enough time to do the risk assessment and also to do required corrections. Although primary purpose of lockdown is to stop the spread of this infectious pandemic, to protect people from getting infected with this deadly disease for which there is no cure as on today. Lockdowns are quite successful in containment of spread of this pandemic, but also halted all economic activities like industry, transport, education and entertainment. It has a great effect on livelihoods of poor people. Country cannot afford to continue to remain in lockdown as no light is visible in the end of the dark tunnel on the front of medicine development. One good thing these two successive lockdowns have done is to make people aware on how serious this disease is to some extent. Lockdown cannot continue for indefinite period. Hence, on one hand, we have to take all cares to prevent the spread of this invisible enemy, and on the other hand, we have to run the economic activities so that people earn their livelihoods. It is a tightrope walking scenario for running factories after lockdown, and my personal estimate is that not many people know this art, which is quite dangerous, but still it is to be performed. Employers have no option except to do this. They have to do it after a lot of learning from experts and practice after cutting down the risks involved in this. Responsibility is now on employers to make its act of running the industry very, very safe. A difficult task for some who have fear in the mind, but real problem is with the one who are careless in nature and are not capable of doing risk assessment in this kind of high risk scenario. Understanding the gravity of this situation, I am making this video for my fellow entrepreneurs who are in haste to open business without doing groundwork. I will focus on how to reduce the risks. Before moving further, we must evaluate in detail the risk involved in running the factory after corona and their effects and consequences. Number one, coronavirus get transmitted from infected person to other through contacts, and one infected person can put hundreds of people at risk. When we sneeze, its particle can go up to 1 to 3 meters distance depending upon force of sneeze. By shaking hands, it gets transmitted from one person to other. When we speak, saliva particles carry infection from our mouth to other people. by touch. When infected person touches the object like door, handles, flush buttons, taps, lift buttons, etc. Next, eating or sharing food with infected person, sharing cigarettes with infected persons. This is a very common in India. Discussing oblique talking with other people without mask. Louder the infected person speaks, higher are the chances of spread of this virus. Virus can enter through your eyes also. When somebody is speaking without mask, maybe other person is wearing mask covering his nose or mouth. Virus can still enter through eyes, as eyes and nose and throat are connected. So hence virus moves down to alveoli. Infected person can also spread this virus on materials like steel surfaces, as this virus can remain for more than 24 hours on metal surfaces, whereas on papers, plastics, cloths and wood, etc., it can remain alive for more than 6 to 10 hours. This means that social distancing and effective use of PPE can prevent spread of this virus to a limited extent only, as infected materials from transportation and suppliers, etc., can still have the risk of virus spread looming in your factory or business. Now let us understand the consequences of even if a single case is observed in your factory. All the employees, including management, their family, children, relatives, or the people they have come in contact in last 1 month will have to go into quarantine for at least 1 to 2 months. Another forced lockdown for your factory or business employees and their families, relatives and neighbors. Supply chain of customer will be affected, thus may be loss of business for some time. Now important question, every factory management and its employees must ask before taking this risk of opening the factory or business without doing the proper scientific risk assessment and planning for the safe running of the business, thus cutting down the risk to the least possible level. Now the question is there a way to do this risk assessment in a scientific way? Answer is yes, there is a way which we will discuss in this video. Technique which we are going to use for this scientific risk assessment is known as failure mode effect analysis of the risk involved. Failure mode effect analysis is a tool which is normally used for the risk assessment of any process or design. Here we will do it for running the factory amid coronavirus crisis. So this tool will certainly help us in understanding the risk involved in running the factory. First step of this is we have to enlist the process parameters. So in this case the process parameters are social distancing and the usage of PPE by all employees. Second step is we have to look forward for the possible failure modes which can occur in this case. One or more employees may get infected with this virus and then are the reason for spread of this virus in your company or maybe at their families. Third step is potential effect of these failures. If any of your employee get with the virus, the immediate reaction will be the health department and police will pick up all the employees, management and their families for conducting a test for all of them, and they may have to remain in quarantine for some days. Fourth step is the severity ranking. Severity ranking is given in a scale of 1 to 10. 10 means the highest severity and 1 means the least severity. Since it is a matter of life or death of a person, so hence the severity ranking in this case cannot be less than 10. Next step is potential cause of the failure. So where your employee can pick up this virus, so that may be the cause of this. Employee may get infected during his traveling, coming to the factory or going back from the factory, or buying essentials for his family, or meeting someone who is already infected. So these are possible causes. And next step is current process control for prevention. We have to give training to all the employees on seriousness of this coronavirus and its effect and consequences and its prevention steps, including social distancing, usage of PPEs. And then the next step is the chances of occurrence. Despite having prevention control, still how much chances of this virus spread in your company are there? So again, here we are using a scale of 1 to 10. 10 means the chances are very high and 1 means the chances are low. But here we have to consider another factor in case of virus, that is the zones in which our factories are. For example, red zone is the zone declared by government where maximum number of cases of coronaviruses are there. So hence the occurrence for such zones will be high. And then we have orange zones where it is moderate, and third is the green zone where maybe 1 or 2 cases are there or may not be any case there. So in that case the occurrence will be very, very low. Next step is the current process control to detect this virus in your factory. Although coronavirus cannot be detected with eyes, only way it can detect it is to conduct a testing, which normally a government approved lab can do it. So hence the detection, which is normally again on the scale of 10 to 1, here the 10 means the lowest possible detection and 1 means the highest possible detection. Here the numbers are in reverse than severity and occurrence. In this case of coronavirus, the detection numbers are very low. But still this virus throws some symptoms from where we can do some actions to detect this virus. Number 1, digital temperature checking of every employee before his entry into the factory and its recording for each employee. Disinfection by passing each employee through the sanitation tunnel with their bags or lunch boxes so that any infection if they are carrying from during the travel or any other reason may be taken care of. And then we have to also be looking at whether employee has some cough or he may be having watery eyes and the other symptoms of coronavirus, for which we have to train other employees also so they can detect and can inform the management so that they can take care of these issues. Next step is to employ marking on the floor for maintaining the social distances between the incoming employees. So this step we will discuss in detail when we'll come to sitting arrangement. And then we also have to maintain the record of the issuances of PPE, because everybody using the PPE during the working whole day, it is a must. And then we also have to ensure the same through monitoring through CCTV footages. And then we need to display the sitting plan, explain it to all the employees, and then see how effective it is and monitoring on daily basis. The next step is the process parameter is disinfection of workplace, incoming materials, as well as the restrooms, washrooms, training room, and other places like canteen. Again, the possible failures remain the same, and similarly, the effect of the failure will also be same. Severity ranking cannot change in any of the parameter. Next step is, then when we come to the cause of this infection carried by employees to the factory. So anything which is coming through to the any people or material which is coming to the factory may have infection. The current process control is, we need to make standard operating procedure for sanitization of vulnerable areas, decide its frequency based on the usage of these areas on daily basis. So then we have to give the ranking for the occurrence of this thing. And as far as detection is concerned, so then we have to record the sanitation, number of sanitations done as per SOP, and then we also have to monitor by management till it becomes a way of life. So then multiplying severity with occurrence with detection, then we have to arrive at risk priority number for each and every failure mode. The next step is, we have some material which is coming into the factory, and we have also some material which is going out of the factory. The possible failure modes are that virus stains can be possible on some of the material, from where it can be picked up by our people. The material which is coming from the supplier and also handled by transportation. So obviously there are some chances, as the virus has a tendency to remain on material for approximately 6 hours to 24 hours. The effect of this failure will be again the same, and severity ranking remaining same. The cause is, virus may transmit to other employees from the incoming material or the vehicle which has come to pick up or drop this vehicle material. So what we have to do is, we have to make the SOP for disinfection of different materials. Some of the material we can pass through the sanitization tunnel, and then some of the material which is more like paper or something, so that maybe we have to pass it through the heating conveyorized heating ovens, so that virus, which is normally a cold condition virus, if it is heated to certain temperature more than 40 degree, so then it get disinfected. And other thing which we have to take care in this is the usage of PPEs during the whole handling process. Detection in this is, because the chances of material getting mixed, which is sanitized and which is non-sanitized, so hence we have to do the marking on each box, displaying that this is properly sanitized and disinfected, and then we have to give the ranking to this. So in this way we will complete this failure mode effect analysis and the risk priority number for each and every possible failure mode. And now, how to decide on this, whether we can run our factory based on this risk priority number, is that if your RPN number is more than 160 and you are in red zone, so where the virus spread is more, so my advice is not to run your factory until and unless you do further corrections to reduce occurrence or improve detection. And if you are in orange zone, RPN number more than 180, you have to do the same thing, corrective actions to reduce the RPN number. In case you are in green zone, So the allowable RPN number cannot be more than 200. And once you achieve this RPN numbers, so then you can easily run your factory with a lot of safety parameters inbuilt into the process, and it will be a safe environment for both company as well as for the employees. And continue to do it till this threat is looming on our heads, until unless some vaccine for this virus is invented, or otherwise we have to make it a way of life. For maintaining the social distance, there is another step which we have to do apart from FMEA. That is, we have to revisit where the employees are sitting and how this new sitting arrangement is to be made, so that the minimum distance of 1 meter is maintained between one employee to the other employee. If you will rework it, then it is a safe environment for your factory. Here I am displaying a layout chart for my factory, where we have put up the employees, and we have to ensure that these employees don't go to other stations unnecessarily. And when the process change is there, if you are switching over from one part to other part, so then you have to ensure at that time the supervisor or line in charge must be there to take care that employees do not go very near to each other, thus disturbing this social distance norm. Other thing which I am going to show you over here is, when the employees are entering into the factory, when they are coming from their home to the factory, so at that time we need to make a marking on the floor which will be 1 meter apart from each other. So then employee must stay in this marking, and then they come through the gate, and then there is a sanitization tunnel which is there, and each employee has to move one step, pass through the sanitization tunnel, and then come to the reception. Before that, they have to put their bags as well as their lunch boxes, which are properly disinfected from the virus in a particular area, and then come to the reception where their attendance will be manually marked, and then they can go to the shop floor. Same thing we have to do when they go to the canteen area, and the people who are coming out to unload the vehicle which has come from outside, so that at any point no infection is carried down to the factory. We also have to ensure that all the visitors who are coming to the factory, they have to pass through the same process. And when the employees are going back, we have to ensure that they don't move in groups. We have to train them, we have to tell them that they have to maintain a social distance of 1 meter from each other. That is good for them, that is good for their relatives, and that is good for the factory. Otherwise, this virus is so deadly that once one employee got infected, his family, the company, everybody will be in trouble. I hope we understand these are the needs, and before opening up the factory, all of you will work on these areas to make the environment of the working very safe for yourself as well as for your employees. I hope this video will be useful to you. In case of any query, do not hesitate to contact me. My email address and phone number is given below. And in case you need any help in procuring sanitation tunnel, sanitation equipment, and the masks, surgical or N95 or N99 mask, you can contact The detail is given below. Thank you very much.